welcome to a session. This is one of our final sessions. We're looking at a sneak peek of some new exciting stuff that's just about ready for our customers to play with, including a native Python API, as well as model context protocol support, server in particular. So to introduce these technologies, I think the easiest thing we can do is build a simple trade monitoring application. And this will exhibit both the Python connectivity as well as what we can do agentically. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically use a native Python database connection that's based on a C++ library we built in-house. And we're going to use that to basically build a live trade feed. And so what we're going to do is have a simple Python script that runs, inserting a random number of trades every few seconds, simulating a feed. And then we're also going to have a running 3forge instance that has a model context protocol server in it. And what will happen is basically that center will basically take that data, and through some interactions with Claude, it will basically help us build a dashboard. And we'll just see basically some summaries and trade data as a result of that. So first of all, I'm going to start by looking at what a Python application looks like with our native interface. So here on the screen, you'll see a very summarized bit of code. It's written in Python, and in bolder, larger text are the kind of prominent, kind of important parts. And so first of all, we have a new library, and this is how you import it. And you can use a standard pip install for that library. The library also has a dependency on pandas, and so we support data frames, very popular way of representing data sets. And so in here, you'll see a very simple example where we connect host name, username, and port with 3forge. We then basically, for a 5-minute period of time, which is what this creation is, we basically generate batches of trade data. Each batch is a data frame, and we basically call a method to upload that to 3forge for a certain table name, trades in particular. That runs over and over again, and eventually it finishes after 5 minutes and stops. Very simple app. And then we're going to do some prompting. Okay? And so at this point, I'm going to switch over, and I am going to attempt to bring up a screen here. And so what I'm going to do here is I have a little chat, a little command window, and I'm simply going to start off my Python application that's connecting to 3forge, and you'll see here it's publishing trades in. And I'm going to go into a blank 3forge app. Okay. And so here we go. I have a chat window open, and we talk to Claude, and I'll toggle back and forth so you can see what's happening on the screen at the same time. So basically, I can ask Claude what data is available in 3forge. And it'll give us a list of some of the data that's available in here. So we're going to do two things with this data. Okay. Claude's going to tell us that we basically have two tables available, and we're going to focus on one of those tables, which is going to be around trades. There we go, trades. And here are the fields and trades. And then there's also some fields for a ticks table below that, which we're not going to focus on for this demo, but basically market data. And so for this, we want to do two things. So first thing we want to do is we want to just create a simple real-time pivot panel showing some of this trade data, right? And so what we'll do, we'll just say create a pivot panel, and we're going to group by symbol, and we are going to also sum by quantity and average by price. Okay, this will create a simple panel within 3forge. Okay, that will just give you a high-level view across all accounts. And you'll see here the table is updating in real time. Okay, now I want to look at an account level and understand what's happening on an account basis, right? Which would give you some idea of like if you're doing, for example, a broker-dealer and you're doing client trading flow. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to create a new table in the database and add a trigger to it. That table will be a summary of the trades data, trades aggregated, and it will use a delta-based trigger from 3forge to basically group trade data by accounts. And so here we go. We're going to write another statement into Claude, create an aggregation of trades by account and symbol, and then we are going to sum by quantity and average by price. I could also group by direction, but I want to keep things simple. Okay, so it's going to create an aggregation. It'll tell you that it's doing it, and you will not see anything on the screen just yet. So great. We have an aggregation that's been created. Now let's want to see it. Now, if we want to see it, I'll simply say create a table panel with the new trades aggregated data. Let's see how smart Claude is with that. So first of all, Claude's checking to see what tables are available in 3forge. Now, originally we just had ticks and trades. And so now there is a trades aggregated. And so voila, we have a new visualization, a blotter on the screen that's basically showing this underlying aggregation table that we created in 3forge. And so with 3forge, you can dynamically create applications of content from the backend components to the front-end visualizations without restarting through these kind of very powerful interfaces like model context protocol, server, and client scenarios. So this we really think, so work is ongoing, and we expect to have, incremental releases of this technology starting later this spring. Thank you very much.